today's video is a makeup tutorial on this look using the new Urban Decay Naked Honey eyeshadow palette. It's already available online and in stores at Urban Decay and Sephora. In Ulta, it is going to be launched September 26th, which is the day that I am uploading this video, but it's already been listed online at ulta.com. I absolutely love this packaging. It is so beautiful. I am 100% down for this 70s feel. It also has a magnetic closure. This palette is worth getting, even if you have all of the other Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes, because before I went to film this video, I looked through my entire makeup collection, desperately trying to find something that I could dupe this with, like something either cheaper or I didn't even care even if it was high-end also. Just I wanted to find something similar to this to prove to myself that I had something like it in my collection already, and I couldn't find a single thing. Not one palette is similar to this. So yeah, this is the look that I came up with. It is definitely very wearable for either daytime or nighttime. It just kind of depends on what you decide to wear with it. Like whatever your outfit is, you could dress it up or dress it down. So if you guys would like to see how to get this look, then just keep on watching. LA Girl Pro HD Primer. This is my favorite, and honestly I wish that I could find one that I like just as much, but I have yet to discover that. I'm going to use the shade Swarm first, which when I opened this palette I saw that this had broken off a little bit. I'm just glad the whole entire eyeshadow didn't break. But I'm going to go in with this one first because I want to do a bit of a warmer crease. And so you guys can see as I'm tapping into it, it's not a lot of fallout. And I'm going to use this brush too that came with the palette. So I always start the crease like right in the center, and then I buff it out from inner to outer corner from there. But actually, since my eyeshadow primer is so creamy, I'm gonna just kind of pat it first, and then I'll do blending motions after. So I'm just gonna keep deepening up this crease, and I'm gonna go in now with the shade Keeper, which is just like a little bit darker version of Swarm. I was gonna film, instead of just only a review of this palette, I was gonna literally do a dupe video and do one side with this palette and one side with something else, but I genuinely couldn't find anything that was similar to this. Like maybe here and there a palette would have like one eyeshadow that was kind of similar, but it was hard. I couldn't find anything that was, you know, exactly like this. I think that's a cool thing, you know, when I buy expensive palettes like this, I want to know that I'm not going to have anything else like it, and that's why I'm spending my money on it. I feel like, especially these days with so much makeup coming out, so much new makeup, you can tend to have like a lot of stuff that's very similar. But for me, with my collection, I really want to, you know, just buy stuff that's different. So far this shade is blending in beautifully to the first one, just really darkening things up nicely. This eyeshadow is calling me right here. We're going to go in with Drip. It's like a matte medium brown. Right on the outer corner of my eyelid. I'm trying so hard not to talk slowly, but I haven't filmed a tutorial, like a talking tutorial like this in a little bit, guys, so please forgive me. This is like one of those browns that'll give your eye dimension, but it's not too dark. Like if I had used Sting in the outer corner, I think things would have gotten a little patchy possibly. At least that's what happened for me when I did a review of the palette that came out before this. I'm going to link it up above in the cards. It's a review of the Urban Decay Reloaded palette, and I loved every single shadow except for the like dark brown. Got a little bit patchy on me, but this looks great. So I'm just kind of buffing it lightly with whatever's left on the brush up into this like part of my brow bone area. I'm going to use Golden first, and I'm going to pick this up with my fingertip. Oh, I pressed a little bit too hard. This is very delicate. pat this on. See, I didn't do my foundation because I was worried there might be a little bit of fallout, and there is with this golden shade, but that's just because I pressed really damn hard. Well, not really hard, but you know what I mean. A little too hard. So I like to just use one finger to like pat it on, and then I'll use the other finger that's clean to blend it into the crease shadows. I'm gonna get into this little inner corner here too. But dang, this one really packs a punch, guys. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. And then I'm going to use my ring finger, and I'm going to pick up the shade Honey from the palette, which is the one that I wanted to use the most. It's so cool because it's kind of like green. It's like a greenish gold. And I'm going to put that in the very center of my lid. Just a little bit of buffing. A little bit more of drip. And buffing it into the outer corner again just to make sure I didn't lose anything there. Then I'm going to pick up this shade called Amber because I feel like it's a sparkly shimmery version of drip. So we're going to see if this one blends in nicely to these two right here, and kind of marry this, or marry the two shades together. The shimmery one and then deep. Or deep? Wasn't deep, drip. Got like a nice gradient of shimmers. And then what I'm going to do is pick up Sting, and you can see as I'm tapping it in there's like no fallout, and just slowly start working it upwards and do kind of like a wing with it. I'm going to bring it in towards the center, and then I'm going to just start stamping it out. Flyby for the highlight, right where the arch of my eyebrow is, like that. And then I just take whatever is left on my crease brush and kind of buff it in. So that way everything blends in together nicely and the highlight's not like too crazy. Like where my crease is totally different on this side than it is on this side. So I'm going to film this and do the same exact thing and speed it up and probably do a voiceover for you guys. Starting out again with the LA Girl Pro HD Primer, and I make sure to get this all the way into the inner corner and outer corner where I am going to be blending out the eyeshadows, and I just like to pat it in with my fingertip. With the Urban Decay brush that came with the palette, I'm using the shade Swarm first. I did about 2 layers of this, making sure to really place it deep into the crease, and then I wipe off the brush and blend out the edges up into the brow bone area. You guys can see my eyes are very tiny. I do not have much space to work with. My crease is not big at all and is incredibly can't speak. It's incredibly easy for me to blend up way too high. It happens to me all the time, so I try and make sure that the placement first of the eyeshadow, like where I pack it on, is exactly where I want it to go. Then I used Keeper in the outer corner to darken up the crease, and here I am blending through a little bit of drip in the outer corner and kind of buffing it out a little bit up into the outer corner of the crease as well. With my fingertip, I'm patting on golden. Again, you gotta watch out for that fallout. It is real. It will happen to you no matter how lightly you press into the eyeshadow. It's just a really like foiled metallic shade. I love it. I think it is so vibrant and beautiful though. I patted Honey onto the center of the lid, and then Amber marrying golden and drip together. With a pencil brush, you want to smudge and wing out Sting, and lastly use Flyby as your highlight and blend it out with whatever is left on your crease brush. And that is it for the upper lid. So if you do like to do your foundation first and your eyeshadows last, I definitely would recommend instead to switch that up and do the eyes first, especially if you're going to be using that shade Golden, which I feel is the one that I had the most fallout from, which is no big deal. And I'm just gonna wipe it away with a simple makeup wipe. These are my favorite. And what I'm gonna do is my foundation and concealer really quickly off camera so I can let my camera cool down a little bit. And then I'll show you guys everything else that I'm doing. By the way, if you guys would like to know any of the products I'm using in this video, please look down below in the description box. I'm gonna have shade names and links so you can check everything out. But I first started out by warming up the skin with Hoola bronzer from Benefit Cosmetics, and then from the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette. Do you guys remember this one? I feel like it came out a while back, but I still use it. I still love it. I used the contour shade to really chisel out my face, and the peachy blush I thought worked so perfectly with the warm golden eyes. And then the highlight from this palette, you guys, if you have fair skin or like medium to light skin tone, you would seriously love this highlighter. It gives the most beautiful soft glow. It's like not too overwhelming. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. For the lower lash line, I just buffed out the 2 crease shades along the whole thing, and then the 2 darker shades in the outer corner. Mixed honey and golden for the inner to middle part of the lower lash line, and then I lined with an Urban Decay eyeliner. I'll link it below because I can't remember the name. And in the inner corners, like right on top of the highlight, I put honey to give it that like golden green look. I absolutely hate, oh my god, I hate doing eyeliner on my top lash line, but I didn't want to do a full out like, you know, ink wing or anything, so I used just a black liner and then my Lancome primer for my mascara. While that dried, I filled in my lips with Kokie Cosmetics lip liner in Nude. This one's really great because it has a nice warm tone to it. So I feel like a lot of like nude lipsticks are so pink, but this one definitely has a little bit more of a warmth to it. And as my lipstick today, I used the Vivid Hot Lip Lacquer from Maybelline. And again, I'm going to link down below the shade name. And after that, I finished the eyes with IT Cosmetics. This is their new mascara, which is honestly amazing. If you haven't tried it yet, you are definitely missing out. This is in my top 2 mascaras ever that I've ever tried. My other one is the Hourglass Extreme Caution Lash Mascara, but this one's so good because it has a really black formula. It never smears, it never clumps. I actually only did 1 coat of that, and then 1 coat on my lower lashes too. Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and that is it for the look. So this is how the look turned out. The only thing I forgot to do was bake the sides of my nose, but I think it actually looks okay. So yeah, that completes the look, and I really loved this palette. I thought it was super fun to use. I can tell that these eyeshadows are top-notch quality. I mean, this is like the usual that you can expect from Urban Decay. I honestly have nothing bad to say. Even the darker shades blended really well into the outer corner of my eye area. I didn't have any patchiness. The only thing that's kind of like slightly annoying, I guess you could say, is golden. Definitely has a lot of fallout, but it's funny because amber and honey don't. I didn't get to try Queen or HBIC. What the heck does that stand for? I have no clue. Why do I feel like I need to know what that means? I'm looking it up. HBIC, meaning head bitch in charge. That's freaking hilarious. I feel so old that I didn't know that. Like, is it because I'm almost 30 and I don't know the lingo anymore? I'm a little bit ashamed. I loved it. I would totally recommend it to you guys. 5 out of 5 stars. I would love to do more looks if you guys are interested to see what I come up with. I can definitely do another tutorial using this palette, something like completely different. This is just kind of like, this was the go-to look that I felt like I could do. This is what I had in mind. Usually I would wear false eyelashes, but today I'm just like really feeling my own lashes. It's kind of weird, but lately I've been embracing my curly hair. I've been embracing my natural lashes, and I'd love to embrace my natural eyebrows, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. If you have the palette, have you used it? What do you think about it? In comparison, especially to the other eyeshadow palettes from Urban Decay, do you guys like this one the most or the least? Let me know down below. I think I'd have to say my favorite overall has been I really like the Naked Reloaded. I also loved the original, and then I'd say that this might end up replacing this one in the number 2 spot. We'll see. I'm going to keep using it, but I truly feel like this is going to be such a great palette for fall because the browns are so warm, and like I said when I was doing this tutorial, I don't have an eyeshadow palette like this at all. This is the only one of its kind in my makeup collection. So anytime I want to do a golden warm look, I'm gonna pick up this palette. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in my next one.